everyone, Renee here. If you're looking for a quick inner thigh burn, then you are in the right place. This entire workout is done on the floor. And I am going to use no equipment today, but if you'd like, you can easily put on a pair of ankle weights. I wouldn't go much higher than 2 pounds because we are gonna be working our inner thighs consistently this entire workout. So let me show you the moves. You start to get warmed up, get the blood flowing, and I'm gonna show you the moves. All right, so you will start on your back. You will rest nice and lightly on your back. You're gonna pull your abs in so that you have a neutral spine. Your legs will go straight up toward the ceiling, and we're beginning with crisscrosses, and you'll alternate which foot crosses in front of the other. I want you to get pressing your shoulder blades down so you have a nice posture, but your rib cage closed. Arms will be long by your side. You can think of pressing your palms into the floor, and you want to squeeze in with your inner thighs every time and press out with your outer thighs. So you are going to feel this in your outer thighs. We will have 3 minutes of crisscross. Then we'll make our way on our way to our left side, and you'll have your right foot back, okay? So your right foot will be planted behind your left leg. So your bottom leg is the one that's going to be working here. You will then box out your top arm, shoulders are stacked, and you're slightly back on your bottom hip, and then your leg will just lift and lower, and then we'll add in some other movements here, but this is the position. You wanna stay open there. Then we will come back onto our backs again and do crisscrosses, and we'll flip around and do the other side, okay? That's pretty much how it's gonna go. Those are the moves. Think of your core staying engaged, because remember, inner thighs, lower abs are all connected there, so your core will be engaged this entire time. This would be a great one to warm up your inner thighs or burn them out at the end. I would love to put this before any of my rebounding videos, because then you're really activating that muscle there, and it will work the entire rebounding video. Okay, just a little tip. I'm gonna start our timer. Make your way onto your backs, and we're gonna get started right away. Okay, legs up toward the ceiling, arms are long, abs are in, and here we go. Legs open, crisscross closed, open and closed. Okay, so we're here for 3 minutes. Remember, you are welcome to put ankle weights on if you'd like. I am doing this without any ankle weights, anything at all, and I know I will feel the burn because we're going to be here for quite some time. And I want you to put that mind to muscle connection. So sometimes ankle weights really distract us, and instead I want you to think of squeezing the muscles in, as if your legs are opening and closing through mud or peanut butter, some thick substance, and you really have to work to close them, squeeze them in, and then press them back out. Yes, nice and tight. So still keep your posture here. Try to look straight up instead of over to the side so that you have that neutral neck, your neutral spine. Breathe through this. You're doing amazing. And I'm already feeling this in my inner thighs. Yes. I hope you put on your favorite music. I love to put on your favorite songs and then just move along with me. Or maybe you want it completely quiet. Maybe your life is so hectic and there's so much going on that when you work out, you just want to zone out and be with you. Okay, so you have 2 more minutes here. We are going to change it up a little bit, but we're going to stay in this essentially the same motion. Okay, now I want you to hold it out in your V, little circles and circles. Okay, so just like that, we're tiny circles. You're drawing a circle with your big toes. Yes, keeping everything open, and you're in that V shape right here. A few more in this direction, and then we're gonna switch directions. So feel it pull and tighten every time. Reverse your circles. Breathe through this. Nice work. You have less than a minute and a half here, and then we're gonna make our way onto our side body and just continue to work on our thighs. And that's how this workout's gonna go. I love focusing on one single muscle group because it really helps us get into the muscle quicker rather than making the move so complex that you can't get into the muscle. A few more circles. Breathe through this. Okay, hold the circle. Legs close, cross, open, cross, and open. Okay, so you're in your final minute right here. Are you feeling this in your inner thighs? Are you squeezing in tight? So maybe you slow it down and take 4 counts up and 4 counts down. You play along with the pace, with the tempo that you're moving your legs. You want the best tempo for your muscles. And maybe you play along with how wide you're going in your V. Again, you find that point that works for you. Hold this one out. Now little lifts, okay? So little pulses. Find your straightest legs. Energy sending out through your toes. And you're just tiny up and down here in your V's, out in that nice point of control. Okay, make it bigger. Last 15 seconds right here. And then get ready to come onto one side. Yes, nice work. Nice job. A few more. Abs are still in. Last one. Okay, make your way. I'm coming to my left side. Right foot's planted, box out your hand, lift and lower. Okay, so I have a nice pointed toe here. You're sitting back just slightly on your tailbone, on your bottom side, okay? You're thinking opening your inner thigh toward the ceiling. You're also going to feel this in your core here. Remember, lower abs, inner thigh, all connected. Nice work. Yes, straightest leg. You feel everything tighten. Try to bring your leg up in line with your knee here. Try not to sit in your shoulder, so up tall. Yes, find length on your side body. Few more like this. We have about 20 more seconds of this lift and lower. Then we're gonna change the move. Feeling this nice and tight, nice controlled. You can place your hand here and really feel your core engaged. 10 more seconds. We're gonna hold our leg lifted. Breathe through this. Nice, inner thigh. Hold it up, flex your foot. Knee pulls in, then send it out. Pull in, then send out. Yes. Okay, so you're thinking of sending your leg straight out on the diagonal. Knee is pulling in towards your arm here. Maybe you tap, maybe you don't. Yes. After this, okay, after this little section here, we're coming back onto our backs, and we're gonna do another section of crisscrosses. Find your shake. On every extension, press away with your heels. Think of pulling in with your toes towards your shin. 30 more seconds of this, then you have 1 more minute. Ooh, I was falling in the shoulder, so try to keep it up. Press into this back foot to find stability. 20 more seconds. Can you control it right here? Breathe through it, maybe close your eyes. 15 seconds, that mind to muscle. I'm shaking. I hope you are too. So the more you can get into this muscle, the more you're gonna get out of this workout. Yes. Hold it straight, point your toe, just little lifts and lifts. Okay, so now you're keeping it lifted and you have this tiny little lifts here. Less than a minute. Then we're making our way onto our backs. We're doing the crisscrosses once again. Nice work. 45 seconds. Stay with me. Yes, like I said, this is such a wonderful activator before a cardio workout or a leg day, and you're really telling your inner thighs it's time to work. So wake up, or maybe this is a burnout at the end of a lower body day or end of a workout, or maybe it's all you have time for today. You're amazing, remember that. Any workout is worth it. 20 seconds, you've got this, a little straighter. So think length over height here, open up. So top of your leg is facing out. Inner thigh toward the ceiling, you've got this, 10 seconds. And we're gonna make our way onto our backs. I'm gonna swivel around just so I'm ready for the other side, but you can stay right where you're at. Beautiful. Okay, onto your backs. Here we go. Legs open and close, open and close. Okay, so just like that, round 2. You've got it, you know what's coming. So find your best posture right here. So length in your neck, arms are long by your side. Think of pressing your shoulders down and chest is lifted. So you want your nice posture here. Yes, as if you're sitting up tall. Squeeze in with your inner thighs. Yes, press out with your outer thighs. Remember, this is all that mind to muscle. So you could sit here and just be opening and closing and not getting as much out of it. But if you squeeze and take it ever so slowly and contract your lower abs, you're gonna get the most out of your workout. Yes, nice work. We have 10 more seconds of these, then we're gonna hold it in our V's and do our little circles. You're remembering this, it's coming back to you. Okay, hold in your V, tiny circle and circle. Okay, so just pick a direction. Your straightest legs, energy all the way through your toes, abs are in tight, and you just have this little circle going here. Yes, breathe. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Bring oxygen to the working muscles. It helps to get through the moves. It helps to control the moves. Few more in this direction. And we're gonna switch directions right here. Reverse. Yes. You breathe and you smile because you're doing this. Be proud of the work that you're doing today. Nice. Whew. Inner thighs on fire, abs on fire. You have 10 more seconds, and then we're going back into the big crisscrosses for our last minute there, okay? Stay connected, stay in your working burn zone. Hold it there. It's crisscross and open. So now I want you to think 4 counts up, 4 counts open. So take this really slow here. I feel my abs, I feel my inner thighs, I feel my outer thighs. I'm shaking right here with you. Slow and controlled. Yes. Nice work. Keep going. Breathe through this, hold it out, little lifts and lifts. So think pulse and pulse. So now tiniest motion here. My left inner thigh is on fire because we did burn that out. And we're gonna now burn out our right. In 20 seconds, you're gonna make your way onto your right side. The opposite side you just worked. So whatever that is, abs pull in. Now make it bigger to finish. You have 10 seconds right here. Nice control. So if you need to slow it down, when you go too fast, you lose control, then slow it down. That's it. Okay, come to your right side. Here we go. Lift and lower. Yes. Okay, 3 minutes. Burning out your right leg. Nice work. And then we have a final 3-minute crisscross section, okay? And that's it. And there's a little variation change in that final 3-minute crisscross. You'll see. No worries. Okay, core pulls in tight. Yes. Breathe through this. You have 30 more seconds of these nice big and lower lifts, okay? So big range of motion here. You almost come to a tap, but you don't. So think of your foot hovering, then you lift it back up. Again, controlling through your inner thigh facing up toward the ceiling, fingertips of your top hand resting on the floor. Remember, don't sink into your shoulder. You have 10 more seconds. You're gonna hold lifted. You'll flex your foot. And your second move of 3 is coming. Woo! Burning. Hold lifted, flex your foot. Knee pulls in, extend diagonal, in and extend. Yes. Okay, so you're here for a minute. Abs, have you lost control? Keep them there. Press out with your heel, pull in with your toes. You're finding length on every extension. Yes. Nice work. Smile here. Breathe here. Enjoy your time. This is all for you. Getting stronger, healthier, which is gonna make you feel better overall, so it'll make you happier. Yes, this is all work from the inside out, okay? 20 seconds, and then you'll have your final minute here. My right inner thigh is on fire. Press into your left foot, okay? So find stability in that leg. And then your movement in the opposite leg here. Abs in a little bit tighter. Ready? Hold your leg extended, point your toe, just little lifts and lift. Okay, this is it, 1 minute. Then we're coming on to our backs for our final 3 minutes. So 15-minute inner thigh. 15 minutes, that's nothing to your entire day. Breathe through this, 45 seconds. Yes, I'm shaking. Straightest leg. Can you feel the shake? Can you see it in the video? I feel the shake. Maybe you close your eyes. You're here with me. You're here with you. 30 seconds. Maybe you open up a little more. Think top of your leg, top of your foot facing out. Inner thigh up. Breathe. Everything's on fire. 20 seconds. Then you get to come onto your back. It'll feel like a break at first, but it won't because we're gonna burn it out. 15 seconds, yes. Remember, if you need to rest, that's okay, but don't quit. Come back. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quickly make your way to your back. Legs up. Here we go. Legs open and close. Open and close. Okay. Just like that, we're in our final 3 minutes. 15 minutes here with me. You are amazing. Reconnect to your inner thighs. You're gonna feel your right inner thigh fire up a little bit more because we just burned it out. Yes, we're gonna go through various motions here. We're gonna change up our leg position in just a few minutes, in a few seconds really. Hold your legs open, do your little circles. Yes, and then we're gonna go into something called Frogger, and I'll show you. It's a great way to work your inner thighs. You have to focus, you have to control, you have to contract. Yes, just over 2 minutes, reverse your circle. You're coming down to the end, to the countdown. I love working inner thighs because like I keep saying, inner thighs, lower abs, all connected, so all those muscle groups Work together. Can you find your straightest legs here? Hold the circle, bring your heels together and knees apart. Legs extend and bend. Okay, so your heels are together, your knees are apart, your feet are making this nice V position. Your lower spine's pressed into the floor. Your legs are pressing out in the diagonal here, nice and straight. Every time you extend your legs, think of squeezing your inner thighs in. Can you press your heels together a little tighter as if you're holding one of the most important things you could hold, maybe an important document, between your heels, tighter, press out. Yes, 30 more seconds of this move, and then we're gonna finish off with our crisscrosses. So you have less than a minute and a half, squeeze a little tighter every time. Maybe you pause and then back in. Pause out and then back in. So you pause on the extension and then you pull it in. Knees are wide. 10 more seconds, and then legs go to the ceiling, no break. Go right into your open and close crisscrosses. And we have a minute. Hold it there, up, point your toes, open and close, open and close. Yes, final minute, breathe. Know you've done something amazing. Navel presses into your spine, spine presses into the floor. Outer inner thighs, right here, hold it open, little lifts and lifts. So think pulse and pulse. Your straightest legs, can you lose the bend behind your knee? And just think little pulses here. So find the zone, find the position where you feel the most burn. So sometimes it's up a little more, sometimes it's open a little more. Everybody's body's different. Continue pulsing, finish off nice and big. Open and close, open and close. Okay, we're finishing off here, 20 seconds. Okay, this should feel wonderful. Maybe you thought, okay, I could do a little more. That's fine. Next time we're ankle weights. Maybe you redo this right now with ankle weights on, okay? Remember, there's always a way to take it up a notch. You do what works for your body. Hold it at the top, little criss, 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 criss for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. Bring your knees into your chest, slowly roll up to a seated position. Let's just stretch out our inner thighs for a moment. Bring the soles of your feet together. Knees are wide, take a deep breath in and slight hinge forward here. Whew, that was amazing. 15 minutes, inner thigh burn. I sure feel that. I feel it in my lower abs. Now remember, this was not a long enough stretch. I will link some mobility and stretching videos here. Just kind of roll out your back, make everything feel nice. Let me know in the comments below if you like this quick 15-minute inner thigh burn, and I will definitely bring more of these body-specific videos to my channel. Like and subscribe. I will see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.